Hello, my name is Russell Myers. Welcome to Issues Unite. All right, so Joe Biden recently said that his father told him that he did not want the government to fix his problems, just to understand his problems. This is a horrid example of what we can expect from the incoming administration. This was Joe Biden's version of hope and prayers, while having absolutely no apparent attempt, intent to solve problems. Let's go through a few issues this raises. First of all, this story has to be at least 60 years old. So this must have happened around 1960. Today is not 1960, it's 2020 coming into 2021. That is a span of 2 full generations. The entire global landscape has changed. Back at that time, unions had much stronger power and taxes on the rich were exponentially higher. The conversation with his father did not take place during a pandemic which damaged the economy, leaving tens of millions of Americans out of work and desperate as many face hunger and eviction without medical care. These words illustrate a clinically schizophrenic disconnect from reality. The entire purpose of a government is to solve the problems of the citizens of the country. Because the problems of the citizens are the problems of the government. If the government is not going to solve the problems of its populace, then why have a government? To have an authority which taxes our wages, imposes restrictions and laws, censors our speech, yet does nothing in the face of existential threat? Understanding our problems is useless if no action is being taken. It's like understanding that the bus is going to drive off the cliff, but not stepping on the brake or turning the wheel. Lastly, Biden's father was not elected president. In his own time, his father would never have been elected president by uttering such inane sentiments. It is Biden himself who was elected. And he was elected to take responsibility for the welfare of this country, not stand idly by with his rich buddies and watch it burn. To me, his words say this is his intent, to just watch it burn while doing nothing. I really have no desire or interest in hearing his feel-good, old-timey fatherly wisdom stemming from a time when the words held no value to begin with. He seems to be directing some of his speech at people who need no assistance, and the rest at ancient people with a level of dementia equal to or exceeding his own. He can just keep his father's stories and make some effort to focus on the present. If he is not able or willing to make an effort to fix the problems present in this country, he needs to admit it now and step down before he ever accepts the oath of office. Throw it all out and start the election process over. We desperately need better than this. That is the last part of what I had written. But let me go a bit further here. All right, so first, some people are going to come at me and say that I'm just attacking a name. I I went after Hillary because she had no policies, nothing comprehensive, and what policies she did have were atrocious. I went after Trump because he didn't have policies. All he had was braggadocio. So if I go after Biden, no, this is not about the name. We need policies. And we don't need policies saying that we're not going to enact a policy. We're not going to do anything for you. You may think that you've got some money in the stock market or whatever, so you're going to be okay even as your neighbors collapse. That's not true. You have seen enough happen in this year to understand if you don't have consumer earnings, you don't have consumer spending. If you don't have consumer spending, then the economy collapses, stores close down, manufacturing stops, the dollar declines. I don't care what happens to the stock market because it's going to collapse too. And yes, the dollar is going to collapse. It has dropped by 11 to 12% in value against international currencies just this year. 11 to 12%. What do you think the coming year is going to bring? Because there aren't new jobs coming in. It's not happening. You think maybe a vaccine is going to fix all of this. This collapse began before any pandemic. I pointed this out over and over. In 2019, over 9,600 retail closures and over 200 trucking companies collapsed. And by September, the Federal Reserve was bailing out the repo market. That was months. That was 5-6 months before the pandemic. All right? This is not, they can blame the pandemic for the economic collapse, but it's only words. And if the consumers had been bailed out, we wouldn't be dealing with all of this. If the government had paid businesses to preserve jobs, to pay wages, to preserve jobs, like other countries did, we wouldn't be facing these problems. Our government subsidized corporations laying people off. And now he is saying all he's going to do is mandate everybody wearing masks, or he can't even mandate it. He's powerless to do that. The federal government can't do that. All he can do is encourage you to wear a mask. That's it. You know? So all of his little good old fatherly Joey, my father said Joey to me. Oh, fucking please. You're almost 80 years old. Shut the fuck up calling yourself Joey. You know, you're not getting anything emotional over on me. You know, if you're so driven by emotion and he can smile and call himself Joey, that's how we freaking got here. And it's not how we're going to get out of this. Him saying he's not going to do anything, saying it up front. He's not even in office yet, and he's telling you, I'm not going to do shit. You need to pay attention. You need to actually listen to what he is saying. Because this is what he is saying. I'm not going to do anything. Oh, the government just needs to understand your problems. I understand that you're starving. I'm not going to give you food, but I understand. I understand that you're being thrown out of your home in the middle of winter. I'm not going to do anything, but I understand. That's what he's telling you. Look, I don't have any positive for this. You need to listen. You all need to listen. All right? Share this video. Talk about these subjects. Be honest. If you can, please donate $1 a month to help expand the channel. And I will see you in the next one.